So you having fun?
I'm having a really, really great time.
Good stuff.
It's really fun.
It is really fun. And what about yourself? Are you having fun? So what's going on there? Something alien's going on. It's not going the way I want it to go. So what are we going to talk about today? When street hypnosis is going well, you don't need to worry about it too much, but the experience is in understanding what to do when things don't go as planned. So that's what we're talking about today. What do you do when things don't go as planned? Keep watching inside, you're going to love this. Hi there, my name's Turan. I'm a hypnotist and a clinical hypnotherapist, and every week I give you a little street hypnosis video and then give you some insights into what's going on inside that video in a tutorial fashion. If you want to go straight to the street hypnosis, then use the chapter links in the description section or along the timeline to go straight to the area where it says street hypnosis. But assuming you're staying with me today, we're going to be talking about how to give suggestions to two different people and make sure that one accepts one and the other accepts the other suggestion without interfering with each other, and also a bit about what happens when things don't go as planned. So I hope you'll stay tuned for all of that right to the end of this video. If you have any comments, any questions about this video, or any comments or questions about hypnosis in general, I love to talk to you, I love to interact with you, so please leave your comment in the comment section below. And make sure you like this video, it gives it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click the big red subscribe button and that bell notification button next to that subscribe button so you get notified when the next video is coming out for myself and Feel Good Hypnosis. But enough of that chat, let's watch the street hypnosis and then stay tuned afterwards for my description and breakdown of this video. Even deeper, even more relaxed, letting the sound of the music help you absorb you even deeper into trance. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3 on the count of 3. You no longer feet will be stuck to the floor, you'll no longer be stuck to the floor. But just as quickly as you become unstuck, the person I'm touching now, only the person I'm touching now, you will no longer be able to speak English. You will only be able to speak like an alien. You'll only be able to speak like an alien. I don't know what alien sounds like, but you'll know exactly what it sounds like. Big bop, big bop, big bang. You'll talk in an alien language because you are from the alien planet. Nod your head that you understand. The person I'm touching now, only the person I'm touching now, you will be that perfect alien translator. Whenever you hear an alien word, you'll know how to translate it into English just for me. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. So you having fun?
I'm having a really, really great time.
Good stuff.
It's really fun.
It is really fun. And what about yourself? Are you having fun? What did she say?
She said she's having a good time.
Very good, very good. And what planet are you from?
She said she can't believe what's happening right now. Are you okay?
Tell us about your planet.
Oh. Are you okay?
And it's getting funnier now, isn't it?
Oh,
getting
really?
funnier.
Great.
So tell me about your planet.
Is it nice there?
And you can hear that language coming through your mouth now. Hear that language coming through your mouth now as you get funnier and funnier.
That's terrifying.
So, tell me, do you have pets on your planet?
Yeah.
Well, what are the pets like? Describe them. Maybe use your hands to help describe.
Oh, okay, they're weird. Yeah. Fuzzy, that's... No. They have these, they have ears.
Yeah.
And a nose and fur.
And what about the transport? How do you get from one place to another on your planet? What did she say?
She said she doesn't know what to say anymore. She's kind of stumbling over her words. Are you okay?
Look at me, and sleep now. Way down, deeper, deeper, deeper relax. So wasn't that lots of fun? I think you'll agree that was a great skit. And what does make a great skit? Well, a great skit is just the two people in hypnosis are having an enjoyable time. And of course, anybody watching from the sides or behind the camera or whatever is having a good time. And I think that was a goal clearly met in this video. That's all that matters in a skit. Whether it goes as planned or doesn't go as planned, it doesn't matter if everybody's having fun. So let's break that down and let's talk a bit more about that skit. First of all, the hypnotic side is about talking to two people and giving each person a different suggestion. I want to make the girl in blue believe that she could speak alien, and I wanted the other girl, the girl in the sort of floral jacket, I wanted her to be the translator. So the way I manage that is by touching the shoulder of one person, saying the person I'm touching now, making sure there's no touch on the other person. The person I'm touching now is going to not be able to speak English, but is going to speak perfect alien. Now, that suggestion in itself is limited by the imagination and the knowledge and experience of the person that you're touching. If they've never watched a movie where people have been speaking alien, and for most of us we never heard real alien before. Has anybody heard of real alien? Maybe you've been abducted in the past, I don't know, don't want to go there. But if you can't imagine it, you're not going to be able to do it. Now, the first part is probably easier. You will not be able to speak English. Now, it's clear that in this skit she couldn't speak English. She was struggling maybe to speak alien, but she couldn't speak English, and that tells me that she was fully hypnotized and she was accepting the suggestions. Again, these girls were in a previous video. I'll put a link in the info section above so you can check that out, where they were induced and their feet were stuck to the floor. So it's clear that they are hypnotized, and it's clear that she accepted the suggestion that she couldn't speak English. But throughout this video, as you saw, she was struggling to articulate the language because, well, maybe she just hadn't that imagination. That's not an insult to her. There's plenty of people, if you just stopped them and said, give me some words of alien, they wouldn't have a clue. So you can only tap into the experiences that you have. If you don't have that experience, or you don't have that imagination, it can't happen, and it's not an insult to the individual any more than maybe going to some African tribe that had never seen maybe a toothbrush and toothpaste before and asking them to pretend that they were putting toothpaste on a toothbrush. If you haven't seen one of these things, if you don't know what these words mean, you're just not going to be able to mimic that in any way, and that's not an insult to them. So I give that one suggestion to that girl by touching her shoulder, and then I touch the other girl's shoulder and I say, you will be a translator for this girl, and you'll be able to say whatever she's saying and convert it into English. And again, along the way, what I'm doing is I say, nod your head that you understand, and I'm sort of watching peripheral vision on each other girl, that when I'm touching the girl, for instance, with the floral jacket, I'm making sure the other girl's not nodding, and vice versa. So that gives me the feedback that only one person has accepted the suggestion. Now, it doesn't have to be the shoulder. It doesn't. I could say the person I'm touching on the forehead or the person I'm touching on the head. Obviously, you know, you need to be sensitive in anything that you do in hypnosis as to where you're touching people. So a shoulder is a nice sort of neutral place to just touch someone, and at the same time you can feel if they're swaying. So I've talked about this before in other videos. When you're touching someone on the shoulder, it's a very nice place to feel if they have any sort of movement, as if they're getting too relaxed and they're going to fall backwards. So that's my always preferred place to touch, is a nice neutral place on the shoulder. Right away, as I give that suggestion, the girl is laughing as her eyes are closed. She's laughing at the idea you're going to speak alien. Already her mind is starting to think of what she has to do and how she's going to be able to achieve that. And as I said already, sometimes it might be a struggle, or just might feel very funny, the fact that she's going to be able to do this. Don't be put off by this. This does not mean they're popping out of trance or something's wrong with the hypnosis, because people are still listening, people are still reacting, and can react in whatever way they want to. Hypnosis is not about me taking control of them or turning them into zombies where they're stationary and motionless and emotionless as they accept the suggestions. So you will see that. You'll see people giggling, you'll see people laughing. At times you might even see eye flutter or eyes opening. That's okay. Don't be put off by that. The proof of the pudding, as you saw later on, is the acceptance in whatever they can accept that suggestion. And that's what was going on here. So we say, eyes open, 1, 2, 3, wide awake, and they open their eyes, and right away, as I turn to speak to the girl with the floral jacket, the girl in blue is putting her hand up to her face as if to say, oh, I don't know what to say, and she's giggling and laughing. She's finding this hysterical. She's probably trying to say something in English, to say, oh, I don't know what alien sounds like, or oh, what am I supposed to say here, but it's not coming out. And again, that feeling of humor and laughter is coming out through her. So right away, I know the suggestions have been accepted at some point. Likewise, the girl in the floral jacket, as the blue girl starts to try and speak, and is killing herself laughing so much she can't even speak, And I don't know if it's that she couldn't speak alien or whether she was finding it just so funny she couldn't get the words out. Even if you were speaking English and you heard a very funny joke, sometimes it's hard just to say anything out loud. You're laughing that much. So we don't know where we're going with this. And again, it means it may not be what you planned. You might plan some elegant, strange alien speak coming out of this girl, but that's okay because she's doing her thing and they're both enjoying it, and everybody around that's watching is enjoying it. So there's a point where I realize that the girl in blue is laughing that much. I want to latch onto that and utilize that as something funny, and I say it's getting funnier and funnier. So I'm giving that waking suggestion that she's going to laugh even more, because if she's not going to speak alien and we're not going to get entertained from the strange alien language that's coming out of her mouth, then I might as well just allow her to laugh even more. So again, this is a nice tip. If things aren't going in the right direction, just utilize whatever's going on and make that the center of the skit. Anyway, I try to return to that skit when I see the sort of laughter, maybe she's trying to take control of her laughter, and I say, tell me about your planet, and try and get her to, again, back to articulating something. But it's clear that she's not being able to say it. I even say to her, allow the language to come out through your mouth. So I'm getting her to once again try and engage, giving her direction like a good director in a movie would do. He doesn't tell the actor how to act, but he's giving her, that actor, her direction on how to move things forward. So I'm saying, let the language come out. Still, she tries, and a few noises utter out of her mouth, but she's struggling, and again that makes her laugh again. So it becomes a sort of infinite loop there of the more she tries to laugh, the more she tries to speak alien, the more she laughs, and vice versa. So then I try to say something else. I say, well, use your hands to help describe what animals are like on your planet. And she goes into, they've got ears and they've got that, and all the time the girl in the floral dress or floral jacket is playing her part and accepting her suggestion in terms of just saying things that she feels the girl should be saying. In all these skits, the person that is the translator doesn't actually know alien and hasn't conferred previously as to what sounds mean what things, but they are just instinctively running their hypnotic suggestion of translating for her. So throughout that, the girl in the floral jacket is doing a great job of just interpreting what her friend is saying or trying to say in alien. It gets to the point after a bit that things are really funny, we've had a good laugh, but it's probably run its course. So again, I just say sleep and drop them back into that hypnotic trance. So again, a short little street hypnosis clip, but lots packed into that, lots of learnings and lots of guidance as to how that should be moved forward. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget, click the big red subscribe button and that bell notification button next to the subscribe button so you get notified when there's a new video coming out from myself. And leave a comment in the comment section below. I want to hear from you, I want to get your feedback, I want to know what you're thinking about this video and what you'd like to see next in upcoming videos. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching. I release a new video every Sunday, so see you next Sunday.